What's happening, y'all? I'll talk about life and death real quick because it's a it's a real important thing with all these topics going around and information that people can just get a sense back to reality. I'm gonna talk barely a little bit about the spiritual side, but everything really is spiritual in this world. It starts from within, right? At the end of the day, you know, like I said before, you gotta value yourself and cherish your life. This is why I don't like getting in cars. People that always want to drive crazy. It's a different. We in a hurry to get to a destination, or you want to show me how fast your car go real quick, or people who just genuinely want to drive crazy. I don't like getting in the car with them because it seems like they don't cherish their life. So if they don't cherish their own life, why would they cherish mine? So people that want to make decisions out of ignorance when they know what the possibilities is, the outcomes, it's like, hey, you know, it is what it is. So you gotta separate yourself and do better for yourself. But on top of that, I've been through a lot of death in my life. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, people passed away. I didn't really get it. I didn't understand. I didn't even know that they really passed away like that. And then as I got older, I remember an older friend of mine who's like an older brother figure passed away in a car accident. I remember going to see him in his casket, and it changed my life forever because I'd never seen nobody look like that. So the car accident obviously tore him up, killed him, and I ain't never seen nobody's body look like that in the casket. And as I got older, of course, I was born at a young age with my grandmother, to where I got to see my great grandmothers, and they passed away a year apart. R.I.P. Grandma Minnie and Grandma Georgia. But at the end of the day, I saw my great grandma. She was the first person I seen actually pass away before my eyes. She took her last breath. I remember we was just waiting for her to breathe again, and she didn't breathe, and I was just blown away. I was like, "What the hell? Like, what is this?" And I saw someone go right before my eyes, and then when my homie got killed, we was in the car, got shot at. You know what I'm saying? He died instantly, instantly. And I'm telling you, when you see on the traumatic end like that, the other, seeing my great grandma die, someone who was so close to their family and brought us all up, taught us everything, and showed us things. It's like, man, especially seeing someone get killed. I mean, that shit will change you for life. So people don't understand why I take family matters, or I take certain things so serious, or why are you acting like this, or why are you doing this? Because I cherish everybody. I still do, but it's a certain way you have, like when people moving funny, or they don't understand the consequences of their actions, whether it's from other people or with the choices that they make in their own life. You know what I'm saying? It's death to relationships, death to friendships, certain experiences. You already went through that, and even when you uh, bring in a life in this world, right? Now you have to change up. You can't do the things you used to do, especially if you're trying to hold it down for the new reality that's coming in. You can't do the things you did in your old reality, because you got to bring a new one. So all the death that was around me from growing up, and it just more shit started happening from my uncle passing away and everything else. I just realized how serious life was, and it's like, as much as I love any type of entertainment or sports or whatever, it's like, man, I was always like, man, I gotta hold it down. Like, I gotta be there for my brother. I gotta be there for my cousins. If they need me, I'm right there. And so this is why you gotta hold people to a certain leverage, whether it's closeness or distance of some sort, closeness and distance, whether they're further away or closer, because at the end of the day, they ain't been through what you've been through. They're not looking at it through the same spectrum, and they don't really cherish life, or their own life at that, because they're deciding to make decisions out of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand who's truly valuable. And so, like I said, my grandfather passed away recently, 2017, rest in peace, and long live Pops. You know what I'm saying? But his brother passed away when he was 17, got in the car, got hit by a car. So he's the one who mainly taught me and my brother, like, no matter what, we hold it down. This is why they kept family so serious, was always there, and because they knew it's like anything could change the next day. You know what I'm saying? But people who really haven't been through real life stuff, they lack experience, and whether it's positive or negative things. But we're gonna turn negatives to a positive. Clearly death we could turn into a positive in this realm. You know what I'm saying? So this is why, for me, you could call it being offended. I just feel like nobody's holding it down the way we was taught from grandparents, great grandparents, and they let somebody or something come in between, or whoever the case may be, or whatever they desire. They might be moving reckless, but there's a whole bunch of ways you can move reckless in this physical world. But it all starts internal, because how did you feel? What was you thinking? And what was your true intention? So when things happen in a certain way, it just reveals that person's true intentions. This is why, as much as I love people, the moment they show me something that just don't make sense, and it's like, man, like, you're not even looking at what is reality here. You want this reality, but it's not gonna serve you no justice. you know, when it comes down to through the thick and thin, you know, and that's what I was taught, is hold it down through the thick and thin because, you know, and this is why I get so upset sometimes because I'm like, man, you know, y'all not really looking at the bigger picture. Every decision you make is going to affect your life, and you know, people don't want to listen sometimes. They want to be hard headed. So I have my own ways of being hard headed because there's things that I went through. So I'm not gonna want to do certain things because I done seen the worst. I done seen some of the best. So it's like my version of being hard headed actually comes with some wisdom at a young age, versus you trying to tell me or like, you know, what's, oh, nah, there's actually something good in this, and I'm like, no, there ain't nothing good in that. You know what I'm saying? It's like going on roller coasters. You know what I'm saying? I love roller coasters. It's so enjoyable. But now it's like I don't even really like it because I'm like, you know, so many people lose their lives, have lost their lives on roller coasters. More people die in car accidents than airplanes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's more cars on the roads, more people driving than versus people traveling, but that's a whole different ratio. But it's the truth. The odds of someone dying in a car crash is greater than a plane crash. It's safer. You know, so at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get y'all to think about it. Like, you know, if you really cherish life and people who cherish you, that's all it is to it. You know what I'm saying? But the moment you show somebody, this is why me, I have to keep my distance. As much as I want to love somebody, I let them know I'll always be there for them because that's just how it's supposed to be. It's like, nah, they don't cherish you like that. So you got to cherish yourself, and those people that are actually valuable to you and you're valuable to them, vice versa. It's like you keep it going until, you know, something shows. Otherwise, then you got to keep it moving because that's what it's all about, being a soldier. That's what it's about, being a warrior in this life. You know what I'm saying? And some warriors gonna lose their life in this battle, and this number one battle is the game we live in life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is my message to everybody. Just get a sense of reality. Try to remember the good things that the people who passed on taught you or they showed you. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that I remember from what was shown to me from my great grandparents and then my grandparents, you know, still got my grandmothers, you know, but at the end of the day, it's like, hey, man, we supposed to be holding it down all for each other. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's supposed to come in between that. So when people cherish other things over what it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that just is what it is. You know where their heart's at. You know where their intentions is at. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't seeking the true wisdom, you know what I'm saying, by just peeping what was shown to them or what was taught to them by the elders, because they obviously had some sense of wisdom, but, you know, and people try to throw off some sense of wisdom, you know, thinking that they're doing something wise, but really it's just a desire of theirs and it's their true intentions. And once their true intention shows, you know, it's like that person don't value me. So it's like there's a death to that relationship, there's a death to that experience. You know, it's no longer gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? So you can't lie to yourself. You gotta protect your energy from within, and you gotta protect your, you know, your own experiences. You know, when to have fun, knowing when it's time to be serious, and you know that's why it's about being serious at all times, and for the most part, because hey, having fun too. It's like, you know, you just know it's time to have fun. I'm still gonna live it up. You know what I'm saying? But even living it up can still cause you some shit that's gonna fuck you up for the rest of your life. It's gonna change the alteration of your course. You know what I'm saying? There's a map. You know, you got these coordinates. Like you supposed to hit all these coordinates. Now you can't hit these coordinates because you gotta carry. You were supposed to hit it in 5 minutes. Now it's gonna take you 15 minutes because you got a whole bunch of shit to carry. You know what I'm saying? But you chose to carry that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. It's like I'm with it because I'm strong. I'm strong on my own. So I didn't mind carrying people or motivating them or letting them know, like, man, you know, you could do it like this, or we could do it like this, or you know what I'm saying, this is where you fucking up, because it just is what it is. We trying to see everybody do better, or if they good at something, let them know so they can excel at that. But at the end of the day, not everybody's looking at life like that. You know, so I can say, watch out for this, watch out for that. It's not about that. It's just, you know, you got to value yourself and cherish your own life and cherish other people's lives that are meant to be cherished, because people aren't even cherishing their own life, knowing that 6 months to a year can change their life in a negative or positive way. And that's all you got to look at it like. You know, so everybody has their own shit that they went through, and they have their own shit that they still going through to this day. But people who really ain't been through nothing, or probably don't take shit serious, or when, you know, when I tell somebody something, I'm like, hey, this is what it is. Motherfuckers don't want to believe me. It's like, okay then. But what about all the other shit I told you? You believe me then, right? So it's like, okay, you know, and that's the problem. You can't be falling for no illusions. And number one, what I was taught, family always stick together. It's like, if that's not the case, you let someone come in between that. You know, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So this life and death shit is real, because we create new lives, getting with women. You know what I'm saying? We have children, so on and so forth. That child's gonna die one day. You're gonna die one day. Everybody's gonna die on this physical plane one day. You know what I'm saying? And there's death going through. There's mental deaths, spiritual deaths going on all the time from within, emotional deaths, and things that are actually physical. That's some type of death. You know what I'm saying? In all different types of ways. So, you know, it's just me just letting you know, hey, stay strong through it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got to deal with. There's a lot of people in this world. You and people may be going through it, but hey, and don't hold in tears, because when you're going through it, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you got to let out that emotion. You can't just hold it in. and then when you in public or you somewhere where you supposed to be put together, where you off because you didn't do it behind closed doors. So that's the whole thing. And from within, that's behind closed doors. Nobody's gonna know until you show it physically. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody's true intentions, it may take time. Time tell all niggas flaws. You know what I'm saying? All I got left is my dogs that I lost. You know what I'm saying? That's the song right there. That's the verse right there. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it butt. You got to cherish yourself, cherish your own life, cherish other people's life that is valuable, has been good to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to lose those good people actually through death, or just lose them in general, because those are the people who really got your back. You know what I'm saying? And if not, okay then. You know what I'm saying? But people are going to show themselves in many different ways. So let people think shit's funny. Let them think, whatever they're doing until something serious happens to them or their own situation. It's like, hey, I don't want to say I told you so, but hey, I told you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it is what it is. And that's why I'm over here, you're over there, because it's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now you got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So, it's your boy Rob. So, hey, death is a part of life. You know what I'm saying? But stay strong. It's only gonna make you wiser, and, you know, be able to move properly in this world if you allow it to marinate on your mind, body, and spirit correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. You can't be down all the time. Just like a stock market chart, whatever goes down is eventually gonna go up, unless they go bankrupt or some shit. You ain't gonna go bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, just keep it a buck and keep it moving.